And welcome back. Bienvenidos, everybody, to another episode of Invite Only right here on Play Everything. I am your host, Compa Andres. Oh my God, bringing in the extraness to it. I love it. I don't know what you did today.
I'm in it.
I don't know
Compa
what you
Andres
did
back in the hosting seat.
I'm there. All right. Well, like I said, I got my guy to my left, my Supercuts guy, my partner in crime, Cheeks Jr.
What's up, players?
He is here holding it down, and as well as Adrian in the producer's seat, probably not doing anything, just being there, clicking some buttons, but we need him, and he's here. And yeah, this show, what we talk about, what do we do? Well, we go live on Twitch, 7:30-ish.
7:30 every Monday.
7:30-ish.
He's right.
I say 7:30-ish because I say that now because it is 7:47, but guess what? It's before 8 o'clock. We got you guys. But we go live and Twitch TV /PE Productions. And obviously we drop, if you can't catch us there, we got you on video and you can hear us on youtube.com. Okay. /Play Everything as well on Tuesdays at 10. That's when we try to drop it. We try to get to you.
That goes live almost every time. 10 a.m. Almost every day, 10 a.m.
99% accuracy.
And on podcast services. A lot of listeners out there. We appreciate you. Go subscribe on those feeds.
Mm-hmm. That's what we do.
And real quick, sorry, just because I wasn't sure if you're going to touch on this, but if you are joining us live on twitch.tv/PE Productions, you can go ahead and subscribe to us. Throw us those subscriptions. If you have Amazon Prime, it's a free subscription. Take Amazon's money. Give it to us. We reinvest that right back into the channel to be able to get better equipment, do bigger things, better things like that short we did that requires equipment that we don't have. So eventually we want to buy it to be able to pump out more stuff like that. So again, throw us those subs, or maybe you're out of the graciousness of your heart, you want to throw us the $5 on a sub. We greatly appreciate that.
Give us that free sub. I know Alexander Dowdy did that shit.
Alexander Dowdy, he doesn't even watch us live.
He doesn't even do it. He just said, you know what? Fuck Amazon and his free money.
He doesn't watch us live, but he heads on over to twitch.tv/PE Production and hands us that sub. So we appreciate you. Thank you for that. I just want to get that out of the way.
Yes, sir. And don't forget to talk about it in the chat. We got Tambo. He's going to hold it down. He's going to be the mod. If you guys get crazy, he's going to kick you guys out and mute you.
Mod/producer. We got that 2-producer setup. Right. Tambo Vlogs came in on his white horse last minute. And Devil Tube, see you in the chat. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching.
Always Devil Tube. But yeah, so it was another good week, man. What you been up to?
Dude, first of all, I finished Game of Thrones.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Weren't you like season 6 last time? This guy pulled off 2 seasons in 1 week. Wow.
Yeah, I finished Game of Thrones.
What do you think?
I didn't finish Game of Thrones.
Oh, sounds like a game that we should.
Sounds like Flowers when he plays the game. No, I finished it where I wanted to finish it. So I stopped at season 8, episode 3, and that's my ending.
How? Wait, what do you mean? You can't just choose an ending.
No, I can, and that's my ending because I just know I'm gonna fucking hate this ending, and it's gonna ruin the entire show for me. I'm gonna be like, I just wasted so much time.
You don't get the luxury. No, fuck that.
No, I did, and that's my thing. So I
don't get the luxury of that.
I'm blacking it out. Season 8, episode 3, when they fight the dead. That's my last episode.
In that dark ass scene, the battle. No, is that one? I think it is that one.
I think that is one. But that is my last episode that I'm watching.
Is it when they actually fought the whole army and they're all like storming Winterfell and they're all? And then you saw how the Night King died. Mm-hmm. Oh, spoiler alert! Fuck.
I think Game of Thrones is past due, but you guys should check it out.
I mean, that's what we thought, and then you're over here binging in less than a month.
I know, but yeah, I'm stopping there because I don't want to be disappointed. As far game wise,
I mean, it's still What are you doing with games?
Game wise,
there's a lot.
Rough
freak.
Rough because I've devoted so much time to Game of Thrones, so I just wanted to knock it out. And now that I finished it with a great ending.
You don't have the luxury, bro. If we literally had to watch that dog water of a season, you have to watch it too, okay? There's no exception to that. Like, you get to pick and choose. No, fuck you.
No, I am picking
You
and
need
choosing.
to watch the rest of the 3 episodes left, I think.
Nope,
You're
don't
like halfway there.
It's like 4 or 5 episodes.
And you got to be disappointed like the rest of us.
No, I'm great. Great show, great ending. You guys should check it out and make sure to stop at the correct ending, which is episode 3 of season 8.
Because you know how HBO was able to do Snyder Cut? There's literally a petition for people to do a whole new season 8. There's people out there that says, HBO, if you could redo this movie and you could put like millions into
Not even end of season 8. Stop, do the last 5 episodes of season 8. You know what I mean? or 4 episodes, whatever it is. Anyway,
I just don't want you to watch, but that's good, man. I mean,
gaming, not a ton. Gonna be jumping back into Outriders. I did a little stream earlier
I seen that.
last week. Went good. Thanks for everybody who showed up there. So I might be jumping more into Outriders. I'm just kind of waiting. Like, Outriders are gonna be kind of my time filler game at the moment.
Because that's what I was going to talk about too. Because obviously there's a bit of the news that we got in there, and then there's one in particular news that was like saying that PlayStation is a top selling console. I'm like thinking, how? What games are out? I mean, they've had a good solid like 2-3 months. I mean, granted, the console's only been out for 5 months, 6 months next.
They had a way stronger lineup than Xbox did.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, but
you burned through that. Like I'm craving for a new game. Like I want a new PS5 game. Like granted, Outriders. This is not really the one for me. I need that big game that kind of get me back into it, because as of right now, what I'm playing, it's one game, maybe 2.
Rocket League, Call of Duty, nailed it.
Call of Duty.
Adrian, didn't I nail that? I nailed that.
Call of Duty
and Rocket League.
No, actually, Rocket League I stopped. Apex. I'm getting back into Apex, and why am I getting back into Apex? You might say, is because Warzone right now is trash. Tambo plays Warzone. He could attest to it. He could probably put it in the chat saying how trash it is right now, because the season right now is not so good. Every other game has good updates. Like Rainbow Six Siege, when you played that and you were on that game, how many times were they frequently updated? New operator, new something, new map.
Pretty frequent.
Pretty frequently, right? We're getting the same shit of a game.
That we had the leaked map.
On Warzone.
The leaked map, the World War II map.
Well,
right?
That's supposed to be coming out. So there's rumor is that obviously the 21st, April 21st, after 420 Blaze It. After that, they're supposed to drop like a new thing. Something's supposed to happen in game. There's supposed to be an in-game event April 21st. I have no idea what time, but if this is true, that's supposed to be the big update for Warzone. And if that does happen, we are going to be talking a whole lot of shit for the next week's episode, because I want to know everything about Call of Duty. That is my game. But it's so boring right now that I said, fuck it, I'm going to play Apex, because I know Flowers plays
You're almost talking shit on Apex. It's kind of insulting.
No, how am I talking shit?
No, because you're like, it's so boring. I'd rather play this
Warzone.
other piece of shit game called
Well,
Apex.
it's not a piece of shit game. Like Apex is getting better. Like they have constant updates. You know how the cool thing is about Apex? I was dropping in. They actually switch up the maps. Mm-hmm. There's 3 maps, and you don't know which map you get. And I was like, this is dope.
I always get that futuristic one.
I haven't gotten it,
but Call of Duty should go that route. I don't know.
They need to. I mean, they need something to rotate and make it interesting, dude. Because right now, for me playing the same game over and over, I was like, all right, cool. I need to get something else into it. So I need something to happen. I need something good out of that update for Warzone to keep me up. Because if not, I'm taking my talents elsewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and hang up the cleats. I'm gonna go to Apex.
Damn, you're asking to be traded?
I'm gonna ask to be released from the contract. All right, Warzone, you've had my love and stuff for so long. You had a good year, but it's going downhill. It's getting slow.
You brought up 420. I just want to call attention to the cleverness we're doing this week. So obviously, when this releases on YouTube, it's 420, and it's episode 69.
Yes, sir.
And you might be asking,
Yeah,
what happened to episode 68? Doesn't exist.
Nope.
We're skipping right to 69.
Episode 69 had to make an executive decision here. We had to, kind of celebrate a little bit.
So this is episode 69 on 420. So I appreciate that.
we specifically targeted that, but we were off by a week.
Alexander
Hopefully-
Dayu, light up your bowls. You know what I
Hopefully,
mean?
you guys celebrate the
What
holiday
do they
well.
call weed in Canada?
Weed.
Ganja, the devil's lettuce.
Devil Tube says, Compa, make sure to negotiate a higher paying contract. I agree.
I know, for real. But I take my talents out to Apex. But you know what? I'll do anything what I can for those Apex coins.
Hey.
My strip tease, might do bathtub streams. Who knows?
Adrian, since we're so fucking lame on gaming this week, have you been jumping into anything new?
I have not, but I did just buy Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So I'm
How?
Dude, for a nerd that you are, how long did it take you to get that game, and why?
I'm
kind of confused.
I've been in a really long rut with gaming. I thought getting the PS5 would help, and it kind of did, but there's no games. I mean, I played the hell out of Spider-Man. That was tons of fun, but what else has there been to play?
It was tons of fun for 2 weeks.
I mean, there's tons, but not everything that necessarily speaks to you, right?
Yeah, right.
Really.
I was really excited for Cyberpunk. That let me down. So I think Jedi Fallen Order with the PS5 update, it's going to look real nice from 4K.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of one of the things that's going on right now is just everybody's hitting that backlog. Everybody's kind of doing that what it is. Like, I'm trying to actually, not 100% Assassin's Creed, but just make sure I do, all of the main quests and stories of it, because obviously you still have to kill, assassinate people from the Order and all that stuff. So I'm just trying to go back into it. You could get Thor's hammer in the game, so I'm just trying to do cool things like that. So that's the only thing I'm doing too.
I need to do Spider-Man. Like I really need to knock.
You
that
haven't
out.
even done it yet.
You haven't played Spider-Man?
God.
Wow. It's
How
not
are
that
you- How
long.
are these guys like Battle of the Fates? Like you guys are fucking nerds when it comes to Star Wars, and you guys haven't watched it. Like how?
I did Jedi Fallen Order. I just haven't done Spider-Man.
Okay, my bad. You're right. I take
It's
that
not
back
that
then.
long of it. It's
Hell, I
only
thought it
like
was
10
done.
hours. Without the main missions, like the main story is only like 10 hours. It's not that long.
No,
I didn't really do any of the side quests on this one.
no Spider-Man. You should finish that. And, like if you finished a whole like show in a month, you could beat Spider-Man.
It's hard,
like
man. I
2
get
weeks.
home. Let me know in the chat or in the comments if you get this at all. But I get home and I'm just like, fuck. I really am exhausted and I don't have the energy to play games. Like have that concentration, you know. And I also think I fucked myself big time because I always listen to podcasts.
You fuck yourself.
And yeah, all the time. But I get in this headspace where it's like, man, I just want to like listen to something, and
Yeah.
it's like a lot like a story game, which I do love story games. I have to be in the mood for it because I can't have my podcast on in the background.
That's true. And you are the person like Cheeks. If he doesn't do anything like that, you are always gonna be on like a podcast. Like if you're not listening to music, you're definitely listening to a podcast, and it's crazy.
Devil Dude, appreciate the gifted sub. Thank you again. You can
Fuck Jeff
sub too.
Bezos. He gets it.
No,
DevilTube
that's
gets
his
it.
own money. That's what I'm talking
no?
about. Appreciate you, Devil Tube.
Oh, that's what's up. DevilTube and my man. Appreciate you. And like I said, go ahead, talk in the chat if you're playing anything new. If you want us to play something new, get us attention on it. Throw it in the chat. DevilTube, what are you playing? All right, Adrian. Nobody cares. You're playing fucking.
Yeah, you let us down. I really
let
was
us down,
hoping
dude.
like, oh, I know Adrian probably is fucking playing something.
He's playing something weird. He's playing Genshin Impact or some shit.
I
He's
am-
playing
no.
those hentai games.
I'm
my man.
excited for Warzone though. If this new map,
comes out.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna hop back into it.
So yeah, I'm excited. So we'll see what happens, guys. I mean, well, next week hopefully we have a good thing to talk about when it comes to Call of Duty. I'll need all my Call of Duty people to definitely be in that one, and we could talk about it because it's tough. It's tough. But other than that, Cheeks, let's get into some news.
News.
Awesome. So I mean, Amazon cancels its Lord of the Rings MMORPG that they've been doing it since 2019. Damn. So obviously this is kind of one of the news I want to talk about just because it's Lord of the Rings. I'm a huge nerd when it comes to that kind of stuff. But secondly, I feel like it kind of hints at a little bit else because the main reason why this is news is for the fact that the contract negotiations failed between Amazon and Tencent, where it said to be a dispute. That's the main reason for it. But I'm thinking it's kind of going back to last week's news where some games, if it's too big to fail, if they don't believe in the game early on, they'll just cut off their losses now. And especially when it comes to Amazon. What was the Amazon game that's supposed to come out? Or the console or some shit they were supposed to do? Amazon Games? Amazon Studios?
No, they have Amazon Luna, which
Yeah.
is the streaming platform, but then they have New World, which I think that might be one of the reasons because New World is like not like Lord of the Rings kind of lore,
Yeah.
but it is like conquistador era, like adventure, like it kind of
Big.
it's very similar to Lord of the Rings. So like I wonder if they kind of let this go because it would kind of be conflicting with their big push they're making toward New World.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thoughts on it. It is interesting because that game would have sold a ton even if it was shit.
Easy.
To be honest.
I'm saying what was the last Amazon? No, not Amazon, sorry. Lord of the Rings game was Shadow of the World or something like that?
The last one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was in that base in that world. It was a Shadow of the World, I think it's called. If I'm wrong, hopefully Adrian will correct me, but it was
He
something
won't.
like that too. But I know it was called Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor. Like that game was solid, really good. A lot of people really picked up that game up. And again, so when people caught wind of this game back in 2019, where there's going to be a new Amazon, MMORPG of Lord of the Rings, like people just went like crazy for that. Because
Give me some details. Like what is there a reason that they canceled it? Did they give a
the
statement?
main reason the game was in development by Amazon Games alongside China-based Leo Technologies Holdings Ltd, which was purchased by Tencent Holdings in December 2020. So because they were alongside two developers essentially, when they got bought out by Tencent, they I guess wanted contract negotiations and it caused a dispute. And because of that dispute, they said, okay, we're backing out of this contract. And because of that, no more game, which is shitty because that's 2 years of people's lives probably dedicating to a game that's never going to see the light
I
of
feel
day.
like that happens in gaming all the time though.
That sucks though. How would you feel if 2 years of you like building a car or doing something and they say, ha ha, you thought, and they just rip it out of you.
Star Wars, what was it? Star
16,
Wars
16 or 18,
69, 69?
I see what you did.
What is that called? Fucking Star Wars what?
I thought it was Star Wars 13,
16,
13.
16.
13, 13.
13, 13.
This is one of those ones. But no, I mean, that was worse.
No, I know, because that was farther along.
That was way further along. They had demo gameplay.
Yeah.
And this one just kind of swept off the rugs. This guy, it just sucks because Lord of the Rings is definitely a franchise I feel like in the gaming world would knock it out of the park. Like anything Lord of the Rings.
I don't know, but I also think that Amazon had such a bad experience with that one fucking Overwatch ripoff that they did.
Which one? It wasn't Paladins, is it?
No, was it Paladin? No, I don't think it was Paladins.
I don't think it was
that one
Paladins.
that they had to pull from beta. Thanks, Adrian, for helping me look this up. But they had to pull it from beta, or from the game back into beta, and they refunded everybody, and it was such a disaster that I think they were so scared of that happening, like that was an embarrassment, that they basically were like, okay, well, we have New World coming out, we're going to focus kind of the attention on that, and then I wonder if Lord of the Rings kind of overlapped a little bit with New World, on top of them being like, this game's not good, and we can't release another garbage game.
And that's what I'm sorry. That's what I'm scared of. Like, I'm scared of new developers. Even
Crucible.
if they have Crucible. So imagine the games like this where like a new company has Amazon. Amazon has deep pockets. Deep pockets. Like, I don't know why one developer switched out. I don't know why they couldn't have just said, okay, you know what? We trust this vision. We trust this game. Let's double down. Let's go ahead and either look for a new developer or just do it on our own. I don't know. Amazon has deep pockets. So I'm scared, and not scared, but the idea of games being too big, kind of what we alluded to last week, where they're saying, are games just AAA now? They don't want to take that creative freedom anymore without taking a risk and seeing the financial gain of it. Like, if Amazon's going to take that route, like, that's saying something. I feel like how other smaller developers wouldn't really take their time to do that. Or is that too much? Am I reading it into too much?
No, I mean, I feel like this is just the games industry. I mean, I remember Sony Santa Monica had the same kind of thing where they had that Battlestar Galactica writer on for one of their sci-fi games that they were going to be doing, and then that got canceled. So, like, I just feel like
Cancellations are left and right.
Yeah, and a lot of them we don't know about. Like,
No,
a lot of
that's
these
true.
games get canceled 2 years in, and they aren't even announced at that point. So we don't even know, like, a lot of the cancellations that I think Sony Ben, which we'll be talking about later, Ben Studio had a bunch of cancellations as well.
Yeah, definitely. No, I mean, that's kind of goes right into the next bit of news too, where last week we talked about how Days Gone wasn't gonna get the sequel that it really wanted to get. So the idea was that Days Gone, they went up to Sony like, yo, we got Days Gone number dose.
And they're like, nah, the game didn't sell
We
good.
said we got this. We want to do this. We want to do XYZ. We want to do multiplayer. You want to do me and Cheeks. We could go into different camps. We could fuck them up with some zombies. Like, they pitched this well thought out Days 2 sequel. Sony said,
Days 2?
Days 2 now.
Days Gone?
Days no more.
That's
bitch.
what they should have called it, Days 2.
Days 2. They said no. They said Days no mas. They said nah. Let's not do this. Let's not go to the sequel. And because of that, I kind of at the same time I agree and disagree with the guy, the creator director,
John Garvin.
OG. OG. He's really good. He went with a podcast, David Gaffey. They talked together and all that stuff.
David Jaffe.
David Jaffe, whatever his name is.
Do not disrespect David Jaffe on this podcast.
Okay, so
He's doing great stuff.
He did create God of War. So I can't
And
even
Twisted
get mad.
Metal.
And there was another pencil sketch one that he created.
Dale, Drawn to Death.
Drawn
We
to
don't
Death.
talk about that one.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But he also created Epic Mickey.
Okay, so he's good. He gets some of the credit. But Days Gone director says, if you love a game, you should buy it at full price. So where does this stem from? Why would he make that quote? Why would he try to grab that quote? Days Gone creative director and writer John Garvin said that if you love a game and you want a sequel, you should, quote, buy it at full fucking price. Or fucking full price. He was a guest of God of War's creator David Gaff's YouTube show, and that's how they kind of got out of that quote. And they just had a good conversation. Like, if you could watch it, definitely go ahead and watch it and see it. But it's crazy to think that this guy was pretty much saying buy it at full price, and they were just having an argument because Jeff responded by asking Garvin, how are you supposed to know if you love a game until you've played it? And so Garvin replies, I'm just saying you don't, but don't complain if a game doesn't get a sequel if it wasn't supported at launch. Garvin replied, it's like God of War got whatever numbers of millions of sales at launch, and Days Gone didn't. And he's just speaking personally as a developer. I didn't work for Sony. I don't know what the numbers are. So he's just saying that he kind of contradicts himself too, where he says God of War did millions of numbers and his didn't. and he's still complaining about buying a game at full price to support a developer.
No, he's saying because this is what he's saying. Because
What is
this
he saying?
exactly what happened. Days Gone came out and it did all right, right? I don't think it did bad, but again, we talked about this a couple weeks ago about Sony's big push for AAA.
Yeah, big games. They want nothing but bangers.
Yeah, they want bangers in big AAA games. So it didn't do big AAA numbers. I'm sure it sold fine, especially with the marketing push that they had.
Yeah.
But then it went on discount, right?
Quick.
Yeah, and then people bought it at that discount, and they were like, "This isn't that bad.
Yeah.
This is pretty good, especially for the price, right?" And then now they're putting it on PlayStation Plus, and now people are playing it, and they're liking it, they're enjoying it.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where God of War came out, people bought it right away, did big numbers right away.
They got the sequel.
And that's the AAA numbers that they were looking for. So he's saying if people who enjoy the game now just bought the game at full price, there would be a sequel.
Well, I mean, you can't really cancel that out, though, because at the end of the day, it reminds me a lot of, I mean, just kind of textual, like The Office. Like when The Office first came out, it was going to get canceled after the first season. But the reason why I got picked up afterwards is because they dropped on iTunes and word of mouth. So, if anything, PlayStation, I know what the guy's saying, hey, buy it at full fucking price. But at the end of the day, PlayStation is trying to get people to play the game by putting it on PlayStation Plus. So, if people are downloading it, doing that, they can see those numbers. Maybe they could see, hey, we're getting a lot more people who downloaded this game and played this game. So, when the sequel comes out, they could bank on that.
I also don't necessarily agree with him because you're right. I do feel like the power of word of mouth and hype and like people enjoying the game, even at a discount on the first one, Sony could see the numbers and see the clamor for it and be like, okay, this could almost be worth, doing a second one and then having it be this big thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's the weird game Sony plays because sometimes they're okay with it, sometimes they're not, right? It's very interesting because if I do think if this takes off word of mouth or just like big numbers on PlayStation Plus, I think it could get a sequel.
I'm just saying, if the word of mouth comes out, people download the game, play the game. All right, Devil Deuce says, gone the days of demos.
I think that's a excellent point. Like, there's no demos anymore.
Not anymore.
And I feel like that's a great way to be able to gauge if you're going to really vibe with this game or not.
Trailers don't do justice anymore. I mean, granted, it gives you a snippet of what it is, but give me actual demos and things like that. That matter saved the thing. I mean, they don't even have to do trials anymore or demos anymore. What people did, I remember back then or recently, is they do timed trials. Granted, you download the full game, but guess what? They'll give you like an hour of it so you could get a taste of it.
Every time I've seen
have you ever done them?
Trials? No. But every time I've seen them, it's because I kind of know what I like and what I don't like. And every once in a while, I'll take a chance on a game.
Yeah.
And I think the Outriders was a perfect example where like Tambo, played the demo, right? And then it gives you a good gauge for the game if it's something that you'd be into or not. And sometimes not. Sometimes you get into the full game and you're like, this isn't, necessarily it. But I do think it gives you a better gauge than a trailer because trailers are super well shot to make the game look as good as possible.
And good, yeah.
And it goes in the hands of professionals, people who do video stuff, right? And that's how we get trailers. So it's not necessarily depending, right? Isn't necessarily the best representation of the game. It tells you what it's about, but it doesn't really tell you about the game, how it plays. Is it fun? Like, where's the repetitiveness? Where in a demo, I feel like you can get a better gauge for that.
I'm starting to figure out when was the last time I even played a demo or downloaded a demo. If you're in the chat, when was the last demo that you willingly downloaded and said, "I'm gonna play this game"? Because I can't remember the last time I did that.
Demo.
Or even a time trial. I don't even know why. I did a time trial for what game was it? I forget what game it was. It wasn't good enough, obviously, because I didn't download the fucking game.
I remember with the PS4, it was a big deal that on their press conference on announcement, they were like, "Oh, you can play the first hour of any game," and all that never happened.
Yeah,
like that went away real fast.
Yeah,
I don't even remember it launching with.
Do you think
the
they don't do demos because it takes time out of the developer's hands?
Probably because they have to have this super polished, but everything's gonna have to be super polished. So it's like, or just finished, right?
I think at that time they should do like I said, that time trial, like maybe that, or specifically put out a section of a game.
I think if you have a release date for like this time in your head before you announce it, I think you just delay that like a month for a demo. I think that's a good rule of thumb.
Who knows? I mean, because again, people from the looks and sounds of what a Days Gone game sequel would look like, I might be up for it. I mean, one of the biggest things about Days Gone was that it wasn't multiplayer. Like that game in that multiplayer environment would have been really great because it brings people back. They could do microtransactions. They could do all that. Like as much as we hate microtransactions and pay to play stuff, it'll sell. People will play that and get your game up and get that revenue up. And guess what? Sony's gonna be like, "Damn, boys, you got us money. Make another sequel."
Yeah, even with like a smaller base, if you have that smaller base that's really hardcore about it and putting money into it, and you're making money consistently. So that's kind of it's a double-edged sword with microtransactions because I do feel like it can ruin some games. And Devil 2 brings up a great point about the demo discs. Do you remember demo discs?
I remember getting the Pizza Hut ones, and they would give you like a demo. I remember in one of those demos, I had like Tony Hawk demo, and I just playing the hell out of that.
I had I remember the like Cinnamon Toast Crunch ones, or like the Kellogg's ones that came in. They were always trash like games. And then I had a PlayStation magazine or PlayStation. I forgot what it was. It was a PlayStation official demo disc.
Yeah.
That was like Crash Bandicoot. That was the first time I played Crash Bandicoot. It had Spyro.
And that's what made you fall in love. A demo is what hooked you.
It had a bunch of
demo is what hooked you to Crash.
Yeah.
Wow. Without demos, guys, we would not have the cheeks we know and
We
love.
would not have the Crash Bandicoot
We would not
monster
have
that
the
is among you.
fiend of
today.
this guy. Yeah, dude. I honestly don't remember the last time I got a trial in or a demo in and said, "Yeah, let me provide this demo and buy it." But who knows? I mean, when it comes to a big game like that, they needed to sell. They need something to go off of. They can't just be like, "Yeah, go ahead, do a sequel that might do okay."
And I know Flowers would have something to say about the buy a game at full price if you want the sequel. But in reality, that's how it works. Like that's how the world works. But at the same time, like I said, it's a weird thing because if it did really well on PlayStation Plus and people were really talking about it, like, "Oh man, this game really is slept on,"
yeah.
I definitely do think we'd get a sequel.
Not only that, I'm trying to think like if a game is full price and it's not. I mean, there's so many things about like the gaming industry, kind of like what you're saying, how it's such a, I don't want to say toxic, but it's such an up and down industry because again, at the end of the day, let's say they bought it at full price, but sometimes the game's buggy. It hurts you putting it out. Cyberpunk. When was the last time we heard we had a good conversation about Cyberpunk? It was supposed to be like the best game of all time, or like
I
something
remember
so
when you
innovative.
fucks last year were like, "Oh, Cyberpunk's gonna be
I
God
never
of
said
War
that.
game of the year."
First, who the fuck said that?
Everybody everybody
God
on
of
this
War.
goddamn podcast. Everybody was. You said God of War last year. Last year
No,
you said
2
God of
years.
War. You fucking
No,
idiot.
we said Last of Us. Last of Us won.
I said Last of Us. And you guys, I don't know. I think Cyberpunk.
I said
That's
it
all you
might.
said.
All
I
right,
said
whatever.
possibly it's a good contender, but we've
possible.
never seen anything from it. And what do you know?
Demos crash.
We got a fucking terrible game.
I love Tambo. He said demos are better than Crash Bandicoot.
I love that meme. That is a real play everything meme. But yeah, no, I definitely think Cyberpunk fell flat on its face.
Again,
and
full
I
price.
think a demo probably could have solved a lot of people's purchases.
That word of mouth though, hearing games very buggy and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you see a halt of like games, but by that bend, people already bought that. People were like buying it like crazy.
Well, and one more thing to this point too, that John Garvin, which I'm surprised I didn't hear that he left Sony Bend. He's been with that company since like early Siphon Filter days.
Yeah.
Early Siphon Filter days.
Very
so
early.
Something's going on at that studio right now.
Yeah.
That veteran people do not like.
No, because he even talked about it. He even said, like, I can tell when we were doing the Siphon Filter Dark Mirror on the PSP, they got screwed over on the Dark Mirror because privacy was a thing back then. So when was that game? The Siphon Filter? That was way back when.
Oh yeah, go check out this interview. By the way, they get into some interesting. David Jaffe gets into some really interesting dev talk with other devs.
Because I don't think, I mean,
No, that was PSP. That was like 2007, I believe.
And it talked about people illegally downloading games and stuff like that, how that hurted the industry back then. And they were just talking about how, like the Siphon Filter was a great game, but they had 200,000 people who were like downloading it illegally.
Yeah.
And this is like crazy. I still remember the PSP when people could actually hack into it and you could pretty much get all the games on one disc or a micro SD card.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Did you do you're such a Sony fanboy?
Did I do
for
piracy?
PSP? Yeah.
No. I never did piracy. No, I swear. I didn't know how to.
Hey.
I wasn't that smart.
Adrian, you could turn off the cameras. You could tell me. Turn it off. Hey, you can do it?
But no, it's just an interesting fact to him, especially in the time that we're living in. I could see this argument more like the PS2, PS3 era. But games are so buggy now, where like literally people are releasing games that are unfinished and broken. So
who knows? I mean, there is a
developers
second
haven't really won our hearts over with this to be able to say we trust you with these $60. It's not like back in the day when you're like, I'm going to give you these $60 and the game's going to be finished. Like I can't remember too many PS3, PS2, PS1 games that weren't like completely finished when they came out, other than like the weird weird ones that you probably knew that were going to be shit. Anyway,
I mean, they're still saving grace. All right, guys, if you're a PC owner, like everybody here, you fucks, and you really want Days Gone to have a sequel, it's going to get released on the PC. Damn, hit myself in the face. It's going to get released on PC. It is going to be on May 18th, 2021. It's going to have ultra-wide monitor support, unlocked frame rate, and so much more. So that exclusivity for just PlayStation is going to be gone, and it is going to be released on PC. Buy it at full fucking price. All right, when it drops on the PC, when it drops on Steam, or whatever.
I didn't think it was that phenomenal of a game. I don't think you have to buy that. I don't think we need it.
This guy said buy it at full fucking price. Okay, but do justice for games. Make sure he gets a sequel.
I don't think he's entitled to it. I do get his point, but I don't think it's entitled to it, and I don't think the game's that great. But I also don't think Sony Bend should be Naughty Dog North. I think
that shouldn't be.
I think they should be able to have another crack at another IP and really nail it, because I think they would.
Yeah, I mean, something about Days Gone. It had hope. It had high hopes.
I think it's really good for their first console game in literally 14 years.
Great, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I mean,
or more.
They had a good idea for Days Gone 2. I mean, truthfully, if it had multiplayer support from the jump, from the Days Gone, the first one, and you're able to get more people into it, I would have probably been in there.
I don't know. I don't think you would.
I would have. Guess we can't tell, huh, Cheeks?
Can't. But you know what we can tell?
What can we tell?
I was hoping you were going to transition in the next piece of news, but you weren't ready for it.
I know where.
It's real embarrassing.
What was the next bit? There's nothing. There's no transition there for that. There's nothing.
Now I'm just going to leave you.
You gave me nothing.
Now I'm going to just leave you to talk about yourself while
it's
you try to get up the next thing.
It's okay, because you know what PlayStation does great? It's the worst transition ever. It's all good. The next bit of news, guys, is real quick. It's something that I kind of want to talk about as well. It's official that Sony PlayStation 5 is now the fastest selling console in U.S. history. Damn. 5 months, and it's already considered the fastest selling console of all time. So
is it going to take number one?
Take
down the PS2?
If they can make enough.
If they could, that's the thing, yeah.
PS2 was constrained when it came out. Like, I don't feel like constraints are an issue.
Yeah, but you know how good the PlayStation 2 was? People from Brazil bought it, okay?
Yeah, they bought it, and they bought it till 2012.
That's what I'm saying. It's such a great console that people from Brazil were like, fuck yeah, this is the one. But the fastest selling console in U.S. history, according to the NPD Group, latest report compiled of retail data across the industry says that the PS5 is the fastest selling both in terms of units and dollar sales, meaning it has sold the most consoles and made the most money doing it in any of the console's first 5 months in the U.S. market. So how does that compare? I wanted to look up, and I looked up some numbers just to kind of compare and contrast. Switch is still having a solid numbers. I mean,
yeah, duh.
Switch is just up and up, bro. It's like Dogecoin. Right, Tambo? Doge going to the moon? He said
Doge.
Yes.
It's Doge.
Dogecoin. Is it dog? Or
By the way, I know this is a complete side topic. I told you motherfuckers in February. I said put $60 in.
No, you said 20.
$20, $60. It would have been $500 by now.
How much would $20 have made me?
I don't know, but I did 60 and I'm at $450. But then I reinvested. I did like $1,000 a day.
All Dogecoin?
All Doge.
Double down
to the moon,
to the fucking moon, boys. Side topic. So yeah. But the reason why I brought that is because just kind of comparing and contrasting other things. So these are numbers from March 2021, and that the PlayStation was back then estimated sold 201,000 units, bringing its lifetime sales to 6,000 units. The Xbox Series unit is 103,000 sales in March, so it brings up the total units to 3.94 million.
That's 5 months.
5 months so far. It's pretty much rounding it up, 4 million for Xbox Series X and S. PlayStation 5 is at 6 million.
That's crazy.
So it's a lot. So almost 2-1, but at that point, PS5 right now is just killing it. Kind of what people were predicting from the very jump is that PlayStation's gonna it's on this hype train. It's just rolling over, and it's gonna keep doing numbers on that. But this is the reason why I brought it up at the very beginning, is that the PlayStation selling 6 million units, but what the fuck are people playing?
I mean, they're playing Call of Duty. They're playing Outriders. They're
I
playing.
need more.
They played Spider-Man. They played.
This relationship is being boring now. It's getting boring. I'm getting tired of the PlayStation 5.
Guess what? Next month, Ratchet and Clank. You know what I mean? And then we already got the announcement of that scary, spooky, scary game that we watched. What was that? A week ago? Last week?
Yeah.
We have Horizon Zero Dawn 2 on the horizon. We have God of War on the horizon.
That's end of the year.
But it's coming. Like that's what
I need something now.
What you want.
All right? You can't just give me Spider-Man and that's it. All right? I need more. I got needs.
I know, but they didn't just do Spider-Man. They did Spider-Man. They did what's the
Miles Morales.
Demon Soul remake?
That's a remake. Cool. No, I don't care.
But people who are into that really like
care.
that game. They did Godfall. Like again, not games that you're necessarily
I only
into.
know one person who played it, and he's not here.
Yeah, it's true. But no, I'm saying they gave you a solid launch lineup. I mean, compared to Microsoft, what are people playing on Xbox? You would have been in the same boat either way.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, how are these guys selling numbers? I think these numbers are being heavily contributed because of COVID. I think people who, again, this game came back, in November, right? Consoles dropped in November. We were still mid-pandemic, all right? That was supposed to be big thing. So I'm sure these numbers are being contributed a lot because of that.
I think it's the promise of what it would bring, right?
I mean,
and like MLB The Show just came out. So like that's another game that you could be playing on it.
That's the thing. But shout out to Sony, man. I mean, they're just killing the game. Video game hardware sales totaled 680 million in March, finally breaking the record that was set back in March 2008 because of the Wii's breakthrough sales at its peak. Back then in March 2008, in 1 month, they sold 552 million. This year, 680 million in March. Those are fucking numbers, dude. 680 million in March.
Yeah. And the point you brought up with the Switch too, it is strong sales because honestly, I feel like everybody's got a goddamn Switch at this point, and everybody's buying a Switch because you can't get your hands on a PlayStation or an Xbox.
It's hard.
People are buying smaller kids Switches now. Like my niece has a Switch.
Yeah, they got a Lite, and that's the weird thing. Xbox has a Series X and an S. Still underperforming. Not underperforming, sorry, but
I don't think the S is that appealing. Like I really don't know that many people that have the S. I know people who have the X, but not the S.
I don't see it. There's no incentive to me to even buy the S. If I'm going to buy the S, you might as well save a little bit more. Get the X.
They should have just 100%. Done a discless one. And that's the only difference. Like Sony did. I feel like it would have been a better position.
I know 2 people so far who have a PlayStation 5, and one guy sold it, Christian. I don't know why he sold it. He said he doesn't play it, so why get money back on that?
That's why.
The other guy, Jay Kills, that I know, who plays Warzone more than me, and he plays it on a PC. He doesn't even have. He plays a PS5. He just has it. He has it to have it. So, you're in a situation
touch
too.
Mine. I don't, and I need to because I still have Spider-Man to do, but I really don't touch mine anymore.
My PlayStation 5 is I just turn it on. It's the thing I play the most right now.
Because I have a PC now.
I bought this. I want to play it.
And let me tell you what. I bought this little device called the NVIDIA Shield.
What's that?
Right? It's basically, it has something like Games Pass or xCloud and Stadia on it called GeForce Now. Works really, really well. And I got into Destiny on it, and I was playing with a controller, and I was like, I don't know if I could do a first-person shooter ever again with a controller.
Never, dude.
I think PCs ruined me with a controller. Oh, God. I don't think I could do it anymore with a controller.
I remember I did mouse and keyboard. Imagine this PC with the mouse.
Well, first of all, you're an idiot because you would be using this keyboard. You should have a separate keyboard.
Why would I have a separate keyboard?
I don't like that.
Why would I have a separate
that's
keyboard?
less comfortable to me.
Because then so now my screen's this far away and I'm doing this.
Yeah, or you hook it up to a monitor.
Why would I do that?
I mean, I'm just trying to help you out. I
don't need to be in the games and the drivers and all that shit. All right, I'm sticking to my roots. PlayStation 5, okay, that's what I want. And then my PS5 is display right now. Tambo's just like you, man. You just buy stuff to buy it. Doesn't even use it.
I am kind of upset about my PlayStation 5 situation.
It's collecting dust.
But
yeah, now that I got you
Ratchet
thinking,
and Clank's
it's
coming.
collecting dust though.
God of
It's
War is
collecting dust.
coming. Horizon Zero Dawn's coming. I'm very excited for those
Back
titles.
in December, bro. Don't save these guys. I need games, and I need it now.
I have games.
Called JG Wentworth.
877 games now.
But again, I mean, that's just 5 months in, man. I mean, clearly they're gonna be breaking records when they got filling in the demands and all that stuff.
Dude,
Hopefully,
when God of War and Horizon come out, like this console is gonna be like
I'm gonna
skyrocketing.
be, yeah, dude. I'm seriously, if they start doing like exclusive consoles or something like that, I'm probably gonna buy one like off the bat. Like fuck it.
Fingers crossed for Killzone. You know what I mean? Can we get a
You want
Killzone
Killzone?
this generation?
I don't know, man. E3. I mean, E3's coming up June. Ubisoft they already announced their own plans to do something new. And then Flowers is banking on Knights of the Old Republic, which I don't think is going to happen. But, you know, I'm going to let the dreamer dream. Let the man dream.
We are. That game actually recently got super popular again.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. I don't even know what the
Star
fuck
Wars
happened.
fandom is back up, bro. People love Star Wars. People love Star Wars so much that they buy the game like a year later and decide to play it on their Xbox Series X. I don't know. Maybe that sounds like Adrian. That fuck.
That is Adrian. Fucking idiot.
God damn it.
He's just chilling back. He's not even producing the show. He's on his phone.
But since we're talking about Sony, we're going to talk about something that I think nobody's ever done, ever, that I know of.
Somebody's done it.
Sony's done it before?
I could think of a few times.
Well, okay.
No, I don't know. I just said that. I don't even know.
I don't think
about the
I don't
transition.
think anybody literally says Sony admits it made a wrong decision and it will keep the PS3 and Vita stores open. Why? No idea. There's no reason why people should have a PS3 or a Vita.
We talked about this on the podcast because with the way that the infrastructure on those things work is basically once they get rid of those servers, you can't even play physical games on them.
Why do you still have a PS3 game? Why do you have a Vita?
It's the people who like retro stuff, man. Like I work with a guy who loves like arcade cabinets and like he has a OG Xbox and he has, he even has a
here's the
Virtual
thing.
Boy.
So here's the thing. So PS3. So correct me if I'm wrong, but this idea, right? The PS3 and Vita digital storefront, whatever it is, they closed down the stores, right? So that means I can't go to PlayStation and buy a PS3 game and play it
Online, or if you have a physical game that, like, let's say PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale on PlayStation 3, you wouldn't even be able to put that in and play that. So
Why not?
basically, that gets wiped from existence.
That doesn't get connected to. So let me say it, like, I can't play offline.
There's something in the infrastructure. That's what the other article Adrian was telling us about the show, or before the show, that the PS5 apparently has. After a while of not being connected, all of a sudden you're not going to be able to play your games, like your physical games either.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show a couple weeks ago too. I don't know the actual details on why, but yeah, you wouldn't even be able to play physical games. But at the end of the day, you can't download the games, and that sucks too. Especially like right now, I remember bringing this up on the show a couple weeks ago. Like I have a PS5 all digital. So basically, if that ever happened on the PS5, that literally becomes a brick. There's no nostalgia there. You can't buy it and be able to go on and play the games that are already downloaded or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. You're kind of wiping history because there's a lot of indie games like the PlayStation Mini titles that came out that really only lived on PSP and PS3. They just get wiped from existence.
Yeah, because I'm pulling up exactly what you're talking about. Or it's they're talking about the PS5 that has something called the CMOS, kind of things like that, and the DRM that's being used, all that stuff. Getting real techy and real nerdy about that. But they're pretty much saying that they're using the same things, and that pretty much what it is, the PS5 C-bomb. C-B-O-M-B alludes to Sony's consoles being ticking time bombs in terms of the DRM used due to the dependency on CMOS and online servers, with the PS5 being no different. So if that goes to shit, then everything goes to shit. And that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the idea of the PS3 and the Vita saying that once they officially kind of shut that off, you can never play that game again because essentially it's not dependent on the actual game itself.
Correct.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's interesting because remember the Xbox One? where everybody freaked out because it had DRM and you wouldn't be able to share games, things like that. PlayStation's had it in their consoles, like not to that extent the entire time, whereas Xbox does not have that. And also, at this point, if I were Sony and you really wanted to shut down those servers, I would port everything over to the new PlayStation Store, and then on the Vita download, like make it available where you can download a new PlayStation Store essentially.
Yeah. And it's so weird. I mean, you would think that after all this kind of things that happened back in the PlayStation 3, back in the PS4, and for the PS5, they'd be like, all right, cool, this might be an issue. We should definitely take care of this, but it's not. It's just definitely something so weird how they decided, somebody must have like researched this and be like, whoa, if you turn this off, that means we can never play this game again. Don't do that.
And games like PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale would also be wiped from
When
existence.
was the last time you played that game?
Last year.
Liar.
No, I swear. We hooked it up right here on the TV. I played it with Flowers.
Oh my God, dude.
And God, I hope we get another one of those too. Sony, give me PlayStation All-Stars 2. Give me Killzone. I'll be a happy man.
It's so weird because the way they headlined it for sure kind of got me, where it's just like, oh, we're just going to shut this down. Everybody's like, okay, cool, yeah, shut it down. Nobody plays these games anymore. But then people...
That was not the reaction, by the way. That's not what people said.
I was like, shut it down.
No, a lot of people were like, what the fuck?
Shut it down, Chief. I don't play the Vita anymore. Fuck the Vita.
You never had a Vita, huh?
I don't need one now. If I never had it then, I don't need it now.
Vita's a great console, man. Let's talk about the Vita for a second.
And then
the Vita, no, I'm just kidding.
back in the
It was, though. It was a great console.
But no, so Sony just said out of all that not hate, but all of that, backlash and stuff like that, they said, you know what, guys? You guys are right. Let's not go ahead and cancel the PlayStation Store and all that stuff. Let's keep it open.
That could mean a couple things. That could mean that they didn't know that their CMOS sensor would basically wipe their games from existence, which is an issue because they didn't know that. 2, they're just super disorganized and don't know what they're doing over there.
Yeah.
It's really those two things.
So it pretty much said Sony has announced that it'll be keeping its PS3 and PlayStation Vita digital storefront open for the foreseeable future. The PSP store will still be shut down on July 2nd, 2021, as originally planned. And Sony said with a statement, upon further reflection, however, it's clear that we've made the wrong decision here. So today, I'm happy to say that we will be keeping the PlayStation Store operational for the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation Vita devices. The PSP commerce functionality will retire on July 2nd, 2021. And that is what Jim Ryan posted in the blog.
And that's the end of the PSP, ladies and gents.
Again, nobody fucking played it. Maybe a couple. Actually, no.
Nobody played the PS. You're insane. I get the Vita thing. Take a jab. You know what I mean? I'm one of the idiots that bought a Vita, but I loved it, to be honest. But
the PSP was, I had the PSP. I had a PSP.
The PSP was like, I remember it being like, oh shit, they're giving Nintendo a run for their money.
I still remember, like, you were like, if you had a PS Vita or a PSP and like you took it to school,
you were the shit.
You were the fucking king, dog.
Like people were like, "What
Nerd
the fuck?"
Kingdom, and like if you were a fucking like
and you were passing these dorks in the front of the bus like, playing their DS.
Oh, what are they playing?
And you pull out your Vita.
And then you take out your Vita, you start playing God of War or some shit.
Yeah, and you're
or
like,
Midnight. I think it was
dorks
Midnight Club.
Playing your fucking Animal Crossing.
I played Midnight Club, and I remember we had like people like playing that shit, and I was like, oh my god. You put in a disc and it spins, and you hear that shit. You're like, oh my god, that's so fucking cool, dude. How they do that shit?
It's a disc. It's mini. It's a little disc, Adrian.
Like, dude,
it's
what
a little
the fuck's going on, man?
Inside this portable device.
Do you remember being able to watch movies?
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
I got mine with Spider-Man. That was one of the Spider-Man 2 was one of the free movies I got with it.
I know. And it was an actual movie, right?
Yeah, you put it in the entire movie.
I'd be like, all right, can't wait for this movie to come out on the PSP so I can buy it.
Dude, I'm waiting for that UMD Spider-Man 2 release.
That is so funny. So, R.I.P. Pour one out for the homie. Pour one out for the PSP. He's going to be gone, but never forgotten.
Oh, no.
Right?
Sweet. That's what I was about to say.
What else you got to say about that?
No, nothing. That's it.
Nothing? That's good. Because, I mean, I don't even know if there's anything
I'm just
else to
glad
talk
we
about.
established that we PSP owners were better than those fucking DS dorks.
Yeah, definitely.
But what was the last time what was the last thing that Sony did that reversed the hits? Like, hold up, back it up, Terry. Put it in reverse.
I could have sworn there was something on the PS5 that they did that with. Maybe not.
No. I don't remember anything that PlayStation straight up said, my bad, guys. We'll take the L, we'll hold this. You guys are right, you guys are wrong. Like,
when the PSN got hacked on the PS3.
True.
Oh man, those are dark days.
Yeah, I
was
remember that.
3
I remember.
weeks.
It's so weird. That's like seriously my most fond memory of gaming is that
No,
time.
That
this
hack.
is
No,
worse.
I know, because here's the thing though. Yeah, it was bad, but
It's
honestly,
terrible.
that era of PlayStation
was
was
good.
so strong.
What
like
came
that
afterwards?
year,
Definitely.
no, even
yeah.
before, because
Yeah.
that happened when SOCOM 5 released.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
The
come
reason
for.
why I remember that is because obviously PlayStation 3, you're playing with your boys. And it wasn't just a day. Like, obviously, we've had people who were like, oh,
Like
you know,
2
servers are
months.
down for a minute. It'll be back up in like 3 hours, 2
Dude.
hours. Like, you'll get a time
It
frame.
was terrible.
This was the first time, like, Sony was like, hey, yeah, we'll be back. We don't know when, but just know we're not opening.
Burned into my mind. I remember
We're
being
not
like, it's
gonna
down for a
open it.
day. Oh no, it's down for a week. Oh no,
2
it's down
weeks.
for 2 weeks. Hey guys,
We don't know. We
there's a
don't even know.
situation. We got hacked and we're gonna be down. And I forgot. I think it was a month, right?
They downplayed it so weird. At first, they just said it was issues. Then they said it was hacked. And then everybody's like, whose data was compromised? Everybody was like,
And
I
they're
remember
like,
my-
everybody's data. is compromised.
everybody's data was compromised. And I still remember like they redid everything, they said, hey, we deleted your credit card information. If you want to do it again, do it again.
And here's 2 free games.
And here's 2 free games. I forgot what games they were.
I remember Little Big Planet was
Little
one
Big
of them.
Planet was
Infamous.
Infamous. I think
Infamous,
Infamous
that
was
was
the other
another
one.
one.
You get to pick and
Those-
choose.
There was one more.
And it had to be their property. Because it had to be their own games for them to take the loss on that. But yeah, I still remember they were like, hey, yeah, we got hacked and we don't know when we're going to open up. And I remember it was 3 weeks of us just not being able to play.
It was like 2 months.
Games. Dude. Was it? I thought it was like a month.
No, it was a lot longer than
Yeah, but like those 2 years, there was literally an exclusive like Killzone 3, SOCOM, Twisted Metal. Like it was back to back Starhawk. Like they were doing like all different kinds of shit, like Uncharted. Like it was all
Oh,
back to
yeah.
back to back to back. It was crazy. Honestly, I feel like that's my favorite era in gaming is that like PS3 couple windows. I just think about it so fondly.
DevilTube in the comment, he said, I feel like this is the first time they did that. But the 2011, it was back in 2011, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus, 10 years
days-
ago, 10-year anniversary to the blackout. And it was considered the blackout.
I remember loading up. I was 11 at the time then, which is crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was 11 at the time, loading up Call of Duty Black Ops. Couldn't get in, being like, what the hell? Only played zombies.
You were a
and-
PlayStation kid too?
Oh yeah, I was a huge PlayStation 3 guy. Yeah,
That's so funny because nobody else was affected on it in my friend group. Like
Really?
anybody in my school, nobody was affected by it.
'Cause you were
I was
the
the
only one
only kid with a fucking PlayStation 3 though, and I was like, I couldn't fucking play.
You couldn't even get on Netflix. Like even the video streaming.
everything was
services,
down. Everything. Like you literally couldn't log in.
because you had to
or do
be
anything.
signed in to be able to use Netflix.
I didn't
And-
play.
Crazy.
I didn't play online stuff though.
Well,
So it didn't
it
affect
affected
me
that
that much because I
Oh, no,
really
dude, it
played
affected
single
me.
player games. So I Cooper Collection, platinum the shit out of that. You know what I mean?
all the time I was there, I got you.
Double Tube says, "Hold up, Adrian was 11 in 2011."
He's like doing math. He's like fucking, all right, what's that mean? Add the one, carry the one.
Adrian's our baby
21.
boy. But no, I'm gonna finish before we got cut off because Devil Tube says, but the 2011 blackout was different because they got hacked. Was shutting off the store as a decision made by management.
True.
But also, going to
Very
that point,
different,
the
yeah.
way they handled the hack,
Terrible.
they went
Oh,
back and they
they
had to
fucked that up.
apologize, right?
They got-
And that was a decision by them on how they handled it.
I mean,
But
they
that's,
got
that's
sued.
still, that's still something new. I mean, you can't. That's totally different.
No, I
But-
mean they handled it so poorly. Like there's so many like weeks where we didn't even know what the fuck was going
But
on.
it wasn't a
they-
decision. Like he said, it wasn't a decision to do that.
They knew
It wasn't a decision. They said, "Hey, we're gonna do this," and then it's like them all of a sudden saying, "Hey, we're gonna, charge $100 for live," and everybody's like, "Whoa, no, go back to the original price," and then go back to 60.
I
That was
remember
funny.
when it went back live. I remember like watching the map, and I like to see like the PlayStation executives there, and they have this big board of like the world, and it was like, okay, New York's back online.
New York is back. We're getting California.
We're
good.
getting it's like the election day coverage, and Oregon's turning green.
78%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
78% online Oregon. We got Texas at 25%.
That's crazy, man. I just don't remember the last
As
time.
you know, mail-in voters.
If you're listening to us or you're on YouTube, put it in the chat. Go ahead and comment, tweet at us, be like, "Yo, how the hell did this happen?"
Devil
How
Tube
did
says, "Are
guys
you
do
old
it?"
enough to drink, Adrian?"
I am.
Our baby boy just turned 21
Yes, sir.
last week.
And then 21, big 2-1. What you gonna
21.
do? Did you buy anything?
I did.
Let's get
What you buy? Did you buy anything off this cool ass merch that we got? Because this show is sponsored by the Play Everything store that we got right here. All you gotta go is to where do you gotta go, Cheeks?
You gotta go to teespring.com/store/play everything.
And you're gonna get once you get there, obviously you can look at our sweet merch
And
that we got going on.
I just ordered that play everything hoodie. Man, that shit's hot.
Did you use the code invite only to get free shipping?
I did use the code invite only, and you can too to
talking
get
about
free
this?
shipping. That's everything within the store. Use code invite only. That supports this show. Like I said, everything from the Twitch subs to this, the money made off this goes back into the channel. We'd appreciate it. And to be honest, like I said, that hoodie's hot, good material, quality stuff, and like I said, you can get free shipping with that code invite only. That's teespring.com/store/play everything. Or again, just click over to that description. The link will be there.
Awesome, for sure. And like I said, shout out to the people who are subscribing. Don't forget to do that. Like the video, subscribe, share, do all those good things whenever you see that videos. Helps us out. We can get to make sure show it to your friends, show it to your mom, show it to your grandma. Be like, hey, look at these guys. They're pretty funny and stupid. Mostly funny though. That's what I'm gonna say.
Mostly funny.
Yeah. So let's go into. Is there anything more news? There's really not much more news. I mean, we could talk about Resident Evil. I know we talked about it last week, and you guys seem to love it. I know DevilTube loves scary games. I'm not really that much into scary games, and we do have a little video to kind of show you. I think Adrian has it up, and it is going to be Resident Evil. They finally got a cool demo in. All we were seeing is gameplay cheeks, and now we finally get a demo.
That's gameplay, isn't it?
Yes.
Demo is gameplay?
Demo
what the
gameplay.
fuck are you talking about?
I'm saying gameplay. We got final real
Sometimes
good gameplay.
he's like Flowers. Sometimes he just be talking to like.
I just say things to say it. But Resident Evil is kind of going back to its roots where it's trying to be scary, trying to give you different worlds. So the way that I saw this and the way that they're describing it is that Resident Evil, when you're outside of the village, kind of like what it is now, it gives you that old school Resident Evil where you're trying to go into there, try to get into the castle. You see some zombies. It looks gorgeous, by the way. First and foremost, this looks good.
Does that have ray tracing?
I have no idea. It should be. It's a PS5. But obviously because of this, I'm still not going to play this game because it's fucking scary.
Look how tall she is.
You got
She's
lady,
so tall.
You got the lady there where she could literally sit on your face and it'll be nice. But it gives you old school vibes and kind of what it is now. These are just creatures, bro. This is how it is. That's what's going on. That's all it is.
What are you doing?
I wanted to put up a video.
No, honestly, this game looks gorgeous.
It looks really good. I mean, look at that. You got zombies. You still kind of got that old school element because gone is a day of the old school Resident Evil. Just two people co-op go into.
I missed that.
You get out of the outbreak. Who are the main characters again? I always forget the main characters from Resident Evil. It's like Chris, I think.
Chris Redfield.
I don't fucking know. I never played Resident Evil.
Not even one of them.
It's hard for this looks good to be honest.
It
like
does.
this kind of gets me into it. I feel like I would be able to play this game.
So that's how they talk about.
Gorgeous.
Once you actually go inside the castle, which there are, you start seeing her. You start seing what's really into it, and it turns into a little bit more of a stealthy escape kind of game. Because you got to go to puzzles, different rooms, get out of there.
Bioshock.
It's giving you vibes.
It's giving me Bioshock.
It's giving you vibes. You unlocked it. See, they're talking about other shit, different characters, different way to go about it. Shoot that. Damn. But then it's crazy because it definitely it's going to a new era of what Resident Evil is. Because like I said, gone is the days of Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, the Umbrella Corp, all that stuff. It's going to the more horror story type deal, which is great. Like this is something new. I mean.
I know we just passed it, but aren't sickles like one of the most menacing weapons?
Oh Jesus!
God damn!
The character and look at these characters, guys. If you haven't seen it, if you're listening to this, guys, go to YouTube.
I'm gonna sue them for my likeness.
Resident Evil.
I Resident Evil. You got a lawsuit coming your way.
That guy looks like he goes to Supercuts too. My man looks
like
he goes to Supercuts.
They're taking my likeness and my vibe.
Go back to it. Go back to it, AJ. We gotta find Cheeks again. Look at Cheeks. This is you did this. There he is. There he is.
You got the close up, dog.
There's his cheeks right here.
Fuck.
Is that you?
The haircut.
You're gonna have papers in your front doors by tomorrow for a likeness.
I swear to God, like when I don't cut my hair.
Wait, what is he? Is he the guy? Don't say, if he's like, look, is he selling stuff? Is he the guy that you go to like buy stuff?
Yeah, dude. Check out that
That'll
sausage
be
on the top right.
Fucking amazing. Cheeks, if you're throughout the game, if you're not just the side character, if you're the guy you have to go to buy shit, and he like lifts his titty and gets the item out of his titty, like that's gonna be him, dog. He's gonna be like, "Oh, you want a gun?" Fucking lifts up the shirt.
AK
fucking does
RPG
it.
comes out.
RPG on it. That is
Damn.
wild.
That is hilarious, dude.
But
But for real though, put some glasses on that motherfucker.
looks like
Identical.
bro. Honestly, if I would play this game again if it comes out for the VR. If there's a VR version of this game,
What do you mean
I will play
again?
it
It hasn't come out.
Sorry, if it does come out for the VR, I'm gonna get it.
Why don't you just play it without VR? Because this game does look fun. I'm actually really impressed with the gameplay that I'm seeing. It looks fun.
It's
It
good.
gives me Bioshock vibes, dude.
Look at her. Look at her. She's a fucking tall motherfucker.
Damn, look at those Wolverine claws.
I'm telling you,
God
she could do
damn.
whatever she wants with those.
I love that meme. Everybody's real into her.
bro. I'm telling you, she could.
Isn't she dead? The voice actor?
I don't
Didn't she
know.
just die?
Did she? R.I.P. Makes it more
I
scarier.
believe so.
Look at that.
she's
You gotta
haunting
run
this game?
around. Run. Yeah, you have to run around from her. She's like chasing you shit. So the idea is that you're still Ethan. You're still the original characters from them.
Oh god
You're
damn
finding
it!
your son.
It
Puzzle
has
games.
this motion bullshit in it.
You
I
love
don't
it.
you fucking hate that?
What game
So
did they do
Where you
that
have to
to?
fucking take the controller and you have to fucking
balance it?
Oh my god! Look at that old guy.
That's what it is.
Whoa.
But look at the detail in that, man.
That
the characters
detail,
on there.
yeah.
It's really good. So, if like I said, this game is for VR. I want to stream it, me playing VR, so you guys see how scared I am. If not, I'm just gonna play the game, get that going. But you know, so far so good. I need this game to come out now because I need new games. I need a game. I'm tired of fucking Warzone. All right, I need something to come out now. If you don't agree with me, Cheeks, you're a piece of shit. Comes out May 7th, 2021. So what? Next month?
See, that's another game you could play.
All right,
It's
you know
coming
what?
out.
I'm taking my shit back. All right, I'm gonna
Take
take
it back. I'll buy it. No.
I'm
But-
gonna buy it.
No, sell it. Trade it in.
What? Buy what?
Your PS5. You said you're taking it back. You're taking your shit back.
What do you mean? I never.
Didn't he just say he's taking his shit back?
I
Am I
said-
crazy?
I said. I'm
Am
saying.
I going fucking crazy, Adrian?
I'm taking back what I said about PlayStation needed to drop bangers because I just forgot that they're
Oh,
dropping this banger in.
Well, it's not a PlayStation banger, but it's something to play.
It's something for me to play. I mean, it's a Resident Evil Village is gonna be 8. I'm gonna play
I
it.
thought you were saying I'm taking my shit back, like you're taking your PlayStation back to the store. and returning
Oh no. I'm actually gonna play this game. Something new, something to get me into it. And I'll probably beat it because I'll beat it.
it. I'll tell you what.
What?
If we get 5 subscribers right now, I'll get the Resident Evil cut.
Resident Evil cut. Get the Resident. What does that even mean?
The fat guy.
Oh,
That
get the
looks
back-
like me.
Can you cosplay him? Oh, that'll be a sub goal. When we get a sub goal, he had to dress up like that for him one time as a thing. That'd be great. Next thing about games that's coming out. Just talk about new games that something got released, something that's new. It's Apex. Apex finally released a new legend. It is called Valkyrie. She looks badass, and the reason why people are really liking this is because finally Valkyrie is bringing back what Respawn is all about. If you guys don't forget, Respawn is part of Titanfall, and they're finally tying these two games together. They're finally tying in Apex with Titanfall with this character called Valkyrie. It goes back into the days of what her dad was when he was a kid. Her dad was a Titan pilot, and essentially go to the present tense now is that her dad passed away. So some shady shit. And now she's back with the Titan to fuck up the Apex world, which is amazing.
I love how Adrian's just playing this for us. You know?
I love it. I love the fact that, you know,
I'm trying to find the right video.
I get you, I
I
get
didn't think this was it.
it's the one that says Apex Legend Northside. That's the one.
You know, the one that's
It's
from the
one that
Apex
says
official
Apex
channel
Legends.
that
And
says
it's 8 minutes long.
came out like a day ago.
Like I
That
said, I knew
one.
it's 8 minutes long, but you could just it just talks about the lore of it. And this is the content and shit that I need. If Warzone did this with its own characters, great. It
What
gives me something
characters?
like this. That's what I'm
Call of Duty
saying.
doesn't have
There's
fucking
nothing.
characters.
And that's what I'm saying. There's nothing that gets me really excited about anymore when I go play Warzone. The only reason why I'm getting excited for is because I get to play with the homies. And Tambo never wants to play with us. Call Tambo again.
Tambo doesn't want to play with anybody.
It's a
He
Tambo.
wants to play Call of
We're
Duty
playing. He's like, no, I'm gonna
That's
play
and
Grand Theft Auto.
GTA roleplay.
I'm gonna do GTA roleplay.
That's all he wants.
I gotta be a Dominican.
I tried to get him on Outriders, and he's calling it stupid. He hasn't even really played it. You know?
Wow, really? Wow, way to judge a book by its cover.
Sure. I guess that fits there.
But look, Apex, new story, and then the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because again, new characters, more lore. It gets people excited to play the game, and people were thinking Apex wasn't to be hot shit, but guess what? It gets constant updates, new maps. You get beautiful characters. You actually get time to build a story.
Apex does a really good job on
Really
how they
good
update.
job.
Respawn really is
They're really good.
something
So
to be looked after and looked up to. And
this is
the
why
industry.
I am trying to. Tambo's playing Cap. He said I did play it. He didn't play shit. Tambo.
he played the demo. And he's like,
You
I'm
did
gonna buy
trial
the game,
version.
but did not play it. Or he didn't buy the game.
And so again, this is right here, advanced training before it was called Apex. She's looking at her suit, see how it is. So we still don't know exactly what her abilities are and stuff like that. But again, a new character, stuff like that.
Speaking of haircuts, what the fuck's going on with her haircut?
She looks like
Her bangs are fucked up.
she looks like that person from The Incredibles, the doctor, the one who like helps out the baby.
Oh,
with the
yeah,
suit. What the fuck? She got that suit on.
What's her name? Olga?
Olga, yeah, like,
No, I
she
don't
got the
know.
haircut. Edna. But like this is really cool. So I need really games like this, and that's why I want to give Apex my money. I'm gladly gonna play this game. I think May 7th is when she drops and all that good stuff.
You're
So
gonna give Apex your money by playing a free game.
you could buy
Wonderful.
cash coins and stuff like that. I need to get the skins. I need to get all that stuff. I'd be more than happy to do that stuff.
Apex is
if you like a game, you support it, right, cheeks?
Correct. I
That's
agree
what I'm
with you.
saying. Okay.
I know Apex.
Best
I
thing-
jump
and it's
into it
free
every
to
once in a
play.
while. My friend Connor really likes jumping into it.
Well, guess what? Me and Connor about to play. Connor, send me the invite, bro.
No, you're not. You don't play with anybody but your friends.
Connor, send me the fucking invite, bro.
Do you understand me?
Get me in there. I will play with another person to prove a point. If you're gonna play Apex, guys, let me know. I had a friend lie to me. His name was Josh. Fuck you, Josh. He said he's gonna play.
Yeah, fuck
Never
you,
played.
Josh. We're gonna fuck you up. Where's your house? What's his number?
I don't know.
Don't
I
lie.
do carry pigeons.
Don't lie. What's going on, Josh?
69 420 Sex Avenue. Sheesh.
Episode 69 on 420. This is invite only.
But no, I mean that's about it for the news, guys. We'll make sure you guys know about Resident Evil. Let's check out the gameplay so you can see if you're interested in it. I know DevTube is a huge fan of scary shit, so he's probably gonna get on that.
Is he, or did you just make that up?
I just made that up.
Wonderful.
But he's
I
gonna
like it.
back me up right now and said, yes, I do like scary shit. And Snowbike Mike here says a big fan of Mike Doherty and the crew. They are great. Shout out.
Shout out Snowbike Mike.
You're the
Love
GOAT.
you, brother. Doing great. Killing
Check
it.
out his
He's
stuff.
killing it out there.
Xcast. He's great with the guys and the boys. Hosting that over there on Kind of Funny. Go check him out as well.
Who are the guys and the boys?
The guys and the boys.
Name them. What are the names?
Don't know. I know it's Snowbike Mike. That's my guy. All right. So check him out. Xbox.
Don't listen to this fucking
If you want to
faker.
know like the best Xbox like person to know everything top to bottom, head to toe, that's your guy. Snowbike Mike. He streams on it, does the best thing about it. So yeah. I don't know what
Want to
else.
get in some side topics?
Side topics.
Nailed it.
I know I had to. Don't what side topics I want to talk about? What's on your
Well,
mind?
you said Falcon and Winter Soldier, right?
Falcon and
I
the
know we're
Winter
going a
Soldier,
little long.
But guess what? You didn't watch it, and the only
You
other
didn't
person to watch
watch
it,
it?
Cheeks didn't watch
he watched it though.
Oh, hey, what you think, bro?
Yeah, that's okay. Hold on. So, if you haven't watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there's going to be a spoiler
we do-
warning. Hold on.
Should we do this spoiler free since you haven't watched it?
No, I
We'll
don't
do
care.
spoiler free. We'll do spoiler free.
No, I
Yeah,
really
no.
don't give a fuck.
No, here's the thing. The reason why there's nothing to give a fuck is because this episode
It was
wasn't
really
nothing.
good.
This episode was great.
It was
It was
amazing.
very good dialogue, very good character development. But there's nothing in this episode that made it go like, oh my god, that happened. It's really development to. It got all rid of
Good
all
storytelling.
Good storytelling. It got rid of all like the little subplots to kind of tie them up because the next episode is gonna be the one.
I say we just throw it up just in case.
Throw it up.
Because some people, so we're going to be talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You'll see a little spoiler warning alert go up on the screen. Go ahead and mute us. Keep us in the background. You know what I mean? We need the views real bad. And once that goes away and you look over and we're all muted and we're over here and I'm rubbing Andres' belly, you know what I mean? That will go off and you can unmute us and we're going to close the show, I think.
Close
That's
the
what's
show.
gonna
We're gonna
happen.
close the
I don't have any other side topics.
No,
I
there's
talked
no
about my
side
Game
topics.
of Thrones binge in the beginning.
Talk about your side topics that are in the chat. We're going to talk about side topics because DevilTube wants to know how old we are. That is ageism, sir. If you find out how old I am, you're going to hate me.
Let's just say
I'm 69
Andres
years
is our Joey Fatone.
old. I'm 69 years old. Go fuck yourself. I'm just kidding. But Falcon and the Winter Soldier, very good. People didn't give it a good rating for some people, like online and stuff like that. But
Who
I think
cares?
it's a solid
Fuck
episode.
them.
Who cares?
The conversation.
Fuck
So Isaiah Bradley's back in this episode.
Aggressive.
So it's Sam Wilson and Isaiah Bradley talking to each other again. Really good dialogue between them two. They're talking about how Captain America being black and like how being black Captain America just doesn't fit in that time and world. So they actually got deep into having that conversation, Cheeks, which is really great. I feel like it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like that forced crap that you see sometimes where it's like, bro, like really? Like they had to do
Well,
that?
like the cop, what me and Flowers were talking about on
That
that,
felt forced.
the cop
That was very...
part.
Yeah.
where it was like, what, like
No,
even
that felt
Flowers,
forced.
me and
No,
Flowers
no,
looked
that
at
was
each other
forced.
and we're like, what's going on right
This
now?
is forced. No, that was forced. 100%. That was forced. But this had a much more natural conversation, I feel like.
That's good.
Right, Adrian?
Yeah. No,
It's important to have this stuff done
And
right.
it just, he had to get closure. Sam Wilson had to get closure about, getting the mantle of Captain America, being the mantle, carrying the shield, what it means and stuff like that. So he had to get closure, talk to Isaiah Bradley, which is amazing. That actor was just top-notch shit. And that's about it. Yeah.
That's the episode?
No.
That was, for me, that was the biggest part of it. There is plenty more. You find out where Zemo goes. You find out the shield. John Walker's a cosplayer. There is a post-credit scene, mid-credit scene, so watch out for that.
Adrian, what did you think of the episode?
Yeah.
I thought storytelling wise it was really really good. Like Compa said, it ties together a lot of the story or plot lines that we've seen. So like with Zemo, and it does introduce some new ones. There is one that I'm interested to see what happens.
Oh yeah, her, right?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Madam. I don't want to ruin it.
No, it's spoiler. Fucking say it.
Madam
God
Hydra.
damn.
Madam Hydra. So I think it's teasing the Thunderbolts, which is gonna prove you guys wrong because you guys said that was never
So
possible.
Madam Hydra.
She's like,
Don't know who that her don't know who she is.
yeah. So she's like the leader of the Thunderbolts. I didn't really know about her until the show either.
You hit up the
I'm
you hit up the
surprised at
Reddit.
that.
You
No,
hit up the subreddit. You're like, who this?
I was just like looking at some of the reviews. It's a really good episode. The ending was pretty predictable about like what happens, but it definitely sets up the next episode, which is gonna be badass.
Yeah, six episodes left.
This
Or
is gonna
six
be your
episodes left.
Marvel.
Total six. One left.
It's gonna be your typical Marvel action-packed episode. I
Has to
think.
be.
It has to be. It's gonna be really good action scenes. I bet.
So watch it, get caught up. You have one episode left, and I'm just gonna say it. I think I said it multiple times. I'm so happy they're doing weekly episodes again.
Yeah,
I'm so happy about that. I don't know what it is about it.
it builds up that.
It builds up. People talk about it during the week. We have something to talk about every week, and I don't know. It's just something that really
Don't
gets
like
into it because I'd be
Don't like
texting
it?
people.
Don't like it.
You just
Even,
binge the whole fucking show. You don't get the build up. You don't get the angst. You
I
get
do.
anxiety of watching a show.
You do though, like God of War or like Game of Thrones. You do have that build up,
You just
and
wanna
you
keep
know, not
watching.
waiting around.
You just
Shut the
keep
fuck up.
watching and
When
watching.
Hodor died, we grieved. All right, you just hit next. You shut your whore mouth. Okay.
No, I didn't.
When
I was
people happen like that
fuck.
shit, bro. When Red Wedding happened,
I put it down for a second. I really had to
when
unpack
Red
it.
Wedding happened, Adrian, if you guys don't know, when that
Everyone
shit
gets
happened,
killed,
and you just see the first stab, you're like, holy fuck, what is going on? And guess what you could do? Let's hit next. Watch the next episode.
Yeah, it was awesome. I hate
had to
this weekly
wait.
shit.
I had to fucking wait.
Chat, comments, YouTube, let me
See
know.
what DevilTube
DevilTube says, I like to build up. Oh, jerk it off. God damn, you fooled me.
I
You fooled
got
me.
it. You gotcha.
No, but
this is
legitimately,
this
I want to know, do you like it when it's a weekly thing or a bi-weekly thing? I do get what you're saying, though.
Oh,
like,
I love it.
having it be like the weekly ritual where
I
you
like
go
both.
when you watch Game of Thrones. By the way, House of Dragons, dude, it's coming soon. We're going to get
His
a
name
look
is
at that
Michael
pretty soon.
Doherty, first of his name.
I'm House of Doherty.
Keeper and champion of Crash. What else? What else could we say?
Champion of Crash Smoker Cigarettes.
That's
Second
what it
of
is.
his name.
Second of his name. But other than that, we should come up with Game of Thrones names. It's pretty funny. Other than that, guys, I got nothing else to talk to you guys about. But I just want to say,
You guys catch that Shang-Chi trailer?
oh yeah, that just happened.
Let me take down the spoiler warning real quick.
They got the spoiler warning. There is
Alright.
a trailer for the
Shang-Chi.
real Mandarin, which
Yes,
is
sir.
so much better. It's the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yep.
I think it was called. So definitely watch that trailer. I'll put a link on it too, so you guys can watch it or something like that. But I'm excited for Marvel. They're making a comeback. It comes out when? It comes out soon.
September, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
It
when.
looks like a different take of Marvel. It looks a lot different than what we've seen. But I'm
good.
What do
excited.
you mean?
I'm
Otherwise,
excited.
we just get more Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
which isn't bad,
No,
but
it's good. Well, I mean, and they're gonna switch it up. We got Loki next, so
It's very
Loki's
true.
Yeah,
I am interested in what they're going to do
Shang-Chi
with that.
and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I like Aquafina. If you guys know who she is, look her up in the trailer. She's solid. in
but
that shit.
she's just gonna be another comic relief. That's
Oh,
all
100%.
she-
But
yeah,
still,
that's all
she deserves to be in that shit. So it's good. Watch that out. It's supposed to come out. I have no idea when, but oh well.
No, in a couple months, right,
Yeah,
Adrian? June?
almost September.
September.
Damn.
I guess that's a little bit away. But I'm very interested in what they're going to
September
do
3rd.
with this phase. What is this, phase 4?
Yep.
Well, there's no Avengers movie this phase.
No.
So they already said straight up, there's nothing.
I think there's still gonna be a bigger movie towards the end. I don't know what it would be, but I mean, we're getting a lot of movies. We're getting Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, and then we're getting what was that other one coming out next year? With Eternals,
Well, and then
Eternals.
we still need to see Black Widow.
Black Widow. Black Widow comes out this year. Holy
May. That comes out
We're
May.
getting 3 Marvel movies this year.
Now we get Best Spider-Man too.
Yeah, with
So
Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, and
I thought we were supposed to
Spider-Man.
get Doctor Strange too.
This year?
That's next year.
I thought we were supposed to get Doctor Strange.
It's
I
all
don't know,
gonna get
guys,
pushed.
but we got stuff for you.
Look,
guys.
I just need more Star Wars stuff.
That-
Give me another
that's next
Mandalorian
year.
season. I'm ready for
End of
it.
this
The
year.
Bad Batch comes out May 4th.
Does it?
May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
That's the animated one, though.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it because I really like Clone Wars, but I need another Mandalorian in my
I
life.
need it, dude. What's gonna happen? No more
The
Baby
Book of
Yoda.
Fett, dog?
Ooh,
The Book of Boba
they both
Fett.
come out at the same time too, don't they? Like a month in between.
No, I think the Book of Fett's later.
Yeah,
isn't
later
it?
a little bit.
Isn't it like 2022?
Yeah.
I think so. If only I had a guy at the computer that'd be able to tell me.
If only, man. If only. But that's gonna
December.
be it for this week's episode.
The Book of
guys.
Fett's December this year?
Yeah.
Oh, but there's no Mandalorian season, right? This year?
No. Well,
It's
it was
replaced
already
with
this
Book
year.
of Fett?
No.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're
No.
talking-
I
I know what you're saying.
don't think
now.
they're doing a
That was
Mandalorian.
debunked.
That's
Yeah.
debunked?
Yeah, that wasn't real.
Love wins, everybody.
So Mandalorian will probably be early next year. That's what they're
Yeah, because I know Mandalorian wrapped up right when like COVID shutdowns happened. So they like had to like stop. I don't know. COVID really.
I
fucked
like
everything
Gina
up, man.
Carano's character, man. Like I am kind of bummed we're not going to see her in this.
Well, that's what you get
They'll
for being
just bring
MAGA,
someone
bitch.
else. I mean,
All right.
If you
Well,
start
I-
tweeting dumb shit,
No,
what did she say?
I like
You still listen to Kanye?
No,
Shut up. You do.
his old stuff.
You own Yeezys? Oh, his old stuff, right?
Hold on.
Those aren't Yeezys. I don't know. To be honest,
these things.
I couldn't even tell you what a pair of Yeezys look like.
You're looking at the soul of it. My bad. Hold on. Good. My bad.
Anyway, my point is, I did like her character, so I am kind of bummed
No,
that she's not
I
gonna
liked
be
her
around.
character too. That's why I didn't say it in a mean way, but like the sad truth is they're probably just gonna find someone else to take up that role of.
Easy, bro.
They can't like recast her. It's just
not
going to be
recast
another
her,
like,
but, like
character.
a different. That's what I'm saying. Like a different character to come in, who somehow worked for the rebels or for the Empire.
I just
something
like
that.
everybody's shit talk where they're like, "Oh, this is so good," and then like the minute that shit happened, they're like, "She was the worst character ever."
I know.
No, I
Once you
like her- I
find
like
out,
her character.
I thought she was. I thought
she's
she was a
badass.
great character.
she was pretty
Solid.
badass. She was badass.
Yeah, that's what I liked about her.
she was badass. It wasn't. Yeah.
I don't know.
See what happens. Let's see what happens with all
Just
the
a
new
guy
stuff.
with an opinion.
We're 4 months into the new year, so we're still going strong
Almost
for you guys.
5.
And we're gonna be dropping episodes every Monday when we can. Hopefully, I think next week we have that kid Flowers back. He's gonna be here. He's gonna be back from a sabbatical.
Back in the hosting chair.
Back in there. The penis removal surgery went successful, so he just needs to be in recovery for a little bit, and he'll be with you guys stronger than ever. Don't forget that we do drop on Tuesday, 10 o'clock on YouTube. So you can go ahead and like, share, subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, all that stuff we do drop. So don't forget to go ahead and share that.
YouTube.com/play everything. If you're catching us now and you want to go watch the whole thing.
Yes, exactly. And then don't forget when we go live on Twitch 7:30 Mondays. Don't forget to give us that free subscription. Drop it. Go ahead and give us that if you guys can. And don't forget, the best thing you could do is go ahead and share it. That is free. That costs you $0.
$0 and it supports us.
100%. So thank you guys. I am your host for this, compa Andres. I love every single time he does that. I love it. Cheeks to my left. Anything you want to plug in real quick?
No, I mean, just follow me at Cheeks_Junior on Twitter. Doing some stuff. Let me know what you want to see from the channel. I'm kind of like in this weird area where I'm not entirely sure what you guys want, so be vocal. Let me know.
Show us what you want.
Adam
Make some big
Wistra,
stuff.
I know you want that studio tour. It's
gonna
It will
come.
happen. I promise. I just don't want to show it in an incomplete state, and it's still in an incomplete state.
It's like 99.9% done, so we just gotta wait for that point.
I'm gonna do Tambo Vlogs plugs as well. You can go follow him at Tambo Vlogs on Twitch.
Follow him, man. He plays
And
Warzone.
He has a
does all that
YouTube
stuff.
channel, so you can head over to his Twitter at Tambo Vlogs and check that out as well. And before I hand it over to Adrian for his plugs, we're going to actually play you out on a song by a good friend of mine. Awesome. Honestly, I was really surprised when I listened to this.
Yeah.
And it is going to be the bop of the summer. So
Bop?
we're going to play you out on that song.
Wow. Do you even know what bop means?
Bop.
Bop, like, okay, never mind.
It's going to be the wop of the summer.
The wet ass. Wait, no what?
Wet ass playlist, dog.
Oh, wet ass playlist. The WAP.
All right. Adrian,
What's up?
do your plugs.
No plugs for me. I just hope that you guys have a happy holiday for you guys listening on YouTube.
Holiday.
420, baby.
Hopefully y'all enjoy episode 69 on 420. Have a happy holiday.
Hit it out. We're gonna,
That's it.
We're gonna close it out with "Hydrated" by Yeshi. That's Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, anywhere you can listen to music. You can listen to this
Go ahead and follow
hot
it.
song. That's "Hydrated" by Yeshi. Might stream tonight, might not. Who knows? All right, take us out, Adrian.
Thank you, guys.